I'm just talking to myself. I was talking to myself. I wasn't even recording. It happens quite often. But I figured, might as well grab my phone. Because, bruh, I got a lot on my mind. Okay? And I was in a conversation with my Aki. Give me a second. Freaking rolling crumbs, bruh. Literal crumbs. I'm at the bottom of the bag of my tobacco. But I'm getting ready to work. As a matter of fact, I gotta bring up a new document right quick. I'm trying to save something that's very important. Let's save a screenshot. Oh my gosh, bruh. And this doesn't want to stay together because it's just loose freaking shake, bruh. And so the freaking cherry falls off and bruh. And once I run out of this, I'm gonna have to smoke butts. And this is gonna burn up so quick because it's just loose in there. I tried to pack it a little bit more, but then it wouldn't even make the cigarette right. So I had to pack it loose. And now I'm trying to freaking... Bruh, I'm just trying to survive out here as I do the work that the Father has given unto me. Man, this suffering ain't no joke, bruh. Yeah, I got all my bare necessities, I do. The Father is looking out for me. I see it. But, bruh, this being out of tobacco with no money to replace it is really hard, and I ain't had to face this in many years. But anyway, that ain't why I picked up my phone. I got a few melodies coming. They've been on my spirit back to back to back. There's a post that my homie posted, just seen it, and he says, "Fam, I got a bombshell for y'all. Go to safari.org. In the search bar, type in," hold on, I can't see, I gotta make it a little bit bigger, and I can't really pronounce this dang name, Perky D. Rabbi Elazar, and go to chapter 24. It's a website, okay? It's a website that the Ish community uses to read ancient text. What must be understood is that the Ish community are imposters, and this is backed up in Revelations 2:9 and Revelations 3:9, and because of that, they do not have access to our actual Israelite history. Okay, they don't call themselves Israelites. They call themselves Israeli. Okay? The true Israelites have never been repaired as a people. It was prophesied in the scriptures that Israel would go into captivity for 400 plus years, okay? We've been in captivity. And every single curse that was written upon Israel that went into captivity has come to pass on our people. And we can see it playing out in our day-to-day lives. Maaki came over yesterday with his wife, and they're friends of mine. Maaki took me to the store the other day, and I really, appreciated it. It had been a while for it because there are several things, that took place with him, where he couldn't do it, and I definitely understand, shit happens, bruh. So, first he gets hurt, and he had to heal from that, and then his car broke down. So, stuff happens, bruh. So, yeah, in the meantime, I had to do what I had to do, but it was really nice to have a break from that and really get to do some, thorough grocery shopping to where I can get, a lot of stuff that I need. And so that was a blessing. And so, anyway, they came over for dinner last night. And, the conversation routed, to, the chosen people. And, Maaki, was like, we're not no Israel. He's like, he don't believe that we're Israelites, bruh. Like, he truly believed those people over there in the created state of Israel is the Israelites. But, when I'm trying to explain to him about the rulers and the powers and the principalities of this world and how the whole earth has been given into the hands of the wicked and all of this, I'm like, bruh, I'm illustrating it for him in the lives that we're living. And it's like he says things like, it's just like I can't accept it because it sounds so racist. I'm like, but I'm not saying anything racist, bruh. Nothing out of my mouth that I said thus far is racist, okay? It is the absolute freaking truth, alright? No one is saying anything racist whatsoever. What has been done is racism against us, bruh. Okay, we're the only people that has never been repaired as a people. We're the only people that's never been given reparations for the atrocities that has happened to us. Okay? Bruh, it's so evidently crystal clear. I do not understand how people cannot see. Bruh, the delusion is real. It's like the brainwashing is so freaking real. Okay? So it says that they're claiming to be Israel and they're not Israel, bruh. They do not have access to our actual Israelite history in their possession, since they are claiming to be Israelites. And in these writings, in their own sources, they know the sons of Ham and the sons of Shem are so-called black people, so-called African Americans, so-called Negroes. Okay? Those are proverbs and bywords that's been placed on us. That's why we don't know who we are. Our enemies have been telling us who we are. But I'm trying to tell you, their time is up. They can no longer tell us who we are, because now the Father has raised some of us up to know who we are and to speak these things to the world, and none is going to stay us, okay? So the time for these lies is over, okay? The time for the lies is over. They know the sons of Ham and the sons of Shem are so-called black people. And they know that Japheth is the father of the Caucasian race. Okay? All three progenitors were blessed. All three sons of Noah was blessed in their own blessing. Okay? The Gentiles, the sons of Japheth, got their blessing from downtrodden us, okay? They have been living in their blessing. That's why they're running the world right now. They have the riches of the world, okay? They have all the resources of the world. All of these things they stole from the original people, from the Israelites, okay? If the riches of the world be, if the riches of the world, let me get that scripture. Give me a second. Now, if the fall of them, the fall of who? Israel, okay? Israel. Let me make this other connection. Give me a second. I'm flowing by way of the Spirit, okay? This is out of this. I didn't plan this audio. All right. Now let me reread this. Give me a second. Now I'm going to read Romans 11. Hold on. There it is. All right, Romans 11:12. Oh my God. I'm actually going to start in verse 10. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. Okay? Now, this happened to the Israelites. Our eyes were darkened, and we were asleep. So, we allowed them to live in their blessing because we were asleep and we didn't know no better. We were serving gods of wood and stone. Okay? Verse 11. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? Most High forbid. For rather, through their fall is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Now the Gentiles got to rule on top of us. They got to steal, rape, rob, and murder us, okay? They got to live in their blessing. Now if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness? So now the Father has raised us up in the lands of our captivity. Give me a second. Let me make the connection of that. Because I'm going to bring this around full circle. This is Baruch 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Most High their power. For I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before Yahusha, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. Okay? The Father is gonna repair us, okay? None of these nations are gonna repair us. All these nations say, none of them say restore. None of them say repair. But this is a people plundered and looted, and no one to rescue them. All of them trapped in pits or hidden away in prisons. They have become plunder with no one to rescue them. They have been made loot with no one to say send them back. The Messiah's own people have been robbed and plundered, enslaved, imprisoned, and trapped. They are fair game for anyone and have no one to protect them, no one to take them back home. This is a people plundered and looted. They are all of them trapped in holes and prison houses. They have become plunder with none to rescue, spoil with none to say, restore. Who shall pity us? Hold on. Jeremiah 15:5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside and ask, how dost thou doest? How are you, Israel? How are you? Oh no, we're called proverbs and bywords. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword amongst all nations where the Most High shall lead thee. Okay? We have become a proverb and a byword amongst all nations where the Father has led us. Okay? And this is because, O house of Israel, in Ezekiel 36, therefore saith unto the house of Israel, thus says the Most High Power, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. My people have been profaning his name among the heathen, whether we have went. I don't know what's wrong with my freaking mouse. It's not clicking, man. This is crazy. Come on now. This is weird. It's working there. Alright. Stuff is just starting to be stupid, bruh. That's the way it works. Now I'm gonna go to Luke. Okay? Luke 21:24. Alright? And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. Okay? Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Right? For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be, but life from the dead? For if the first fruit be holy, then a lump is also holy. And if the root be holy, so are the branches. So if some of the branches be broken off, and thou, you Gentiles, you Europeans, so-called white people, all you nations, being a wild olive tree, you're grafted in among us if you accept the eternal law of the Father and you live by it. Okay? You have to live by love. Okay? That's why I'm saying I'm not preaching hate. I am coming in love. I am telling you that we must love one another. You don't love us when you look your nose down at us and you think that you are above us. That is not love. And you have been deceived into downtrodden the Father's people. We are the bloodline of the Messiah. We are the Israelites of the Scripture. And you have been downtrodden us and mistreating us this whole time. We have had everything stolen from us. And then on top of that, you look your nose down at us. Okay? We're slandered in the media of those that control and run this world. And you listen to the false prophets of this world that has been leading you astray into damnation. But I am here to give you the truth and the fullness of the gospel. Yet many of you will reject this to your own detriment. Now I'm going to leave it at that because, like I said, I got several melodies that's on my spirit to come out with. Bruh. And I'm also in the middle of working on compiling a video for the sealed portion, chapter 88. Okay? Yesterday did not go as planned whatsoever. It was a very busy day. And it was a very, very hard day. The night before, I had literally cried myself to sleep. I couldn't sleep because just been suffering, bruh. Suffering, the suffering is real, okay? And I'm suffering in order to do the work that the Father has given to me. It's more important to me to do what I have been given to do than to freaking attach myself to this satanic beast system in order to get gain of this world, in order to support my freaking wants, okay? So I have sacrificed my wants in order to do this work. There's going to be 3 parts to this sealed portion, chapter 88, because it was almost 2 hours. It was almost a 2-hour long audio. Now, after this sealed portion, then I have to break down the audio that I have for the book of Enoch. I forget, I think it was chapters 94 all the way to 105 or something like that. And so that one's almost 2 hours as well. I'm going to be breaking that one down. I have to break the audio down before I can even create the video. So I'm busy, bruh. My plate is full. Like, I have a full-time job for the kingdom of my Father. And though I don't have, gain of this world, I have, the oracles of the Father. And I much rather have that than the money and riches of this world. Because, bruh, we're at the end, okay? And those that got the riches of this world, All of you self-righteous people, all of you people puffed up in your ego, oh my God, oh my God, I feel sorry for you. I seriously feel sorry for you, because the whole reason that I'm here, the whole reason that the Father has raised up his people, his portion in this hour, is to help you. Bruh. But yet you want to hate me. Oh my gosh. I'm here to help you. I'm here giving you the life rafts, bruh. And you reject me. You reject me. And you hold on and you hoard to all your riches and your gain of this world. And you don't want to help me, bruh. Condemnation is about to come down on your head, bruh. I'm telling you, because all of you that worship the beast, the wicked of this earth, is about to be wiped away, okay? You're not about to be raptured, okay? Now, I'm not trying to keep this freaking audio long, damn it, but son of a, this just, oh my gosh, it just came to my mind, bro. Like, bruh, I was on another post with my homie, okay? This was another brother of mine, and we were talking. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it at? We were talking about the freaking rapture. Let me see. Let me go over here. Because, bruh, how can you people possibly think that you're gonna be raptured? Like, how can you? So, bruh, make it make sense, okay? You get to rape, rob, and murder, kill, steal, and destroy the people of the Messiah. You get to kill all his followers, all those that were keeping the eternal law of love and peace, okay? You got to torture them. You got to experiment on them and do all kinds, bruh, unheard of things, unspeakable things these people did to us, okay? Now, I done brought some of this stuff out already, but how can you for the past several hundred years, you've been doing these sick, sadistic things to us, okay? And now you think all of a sudden in your warped, twisted mind, you think that you're going to be raptured up to heaven. You don't understand the blood on your forefathers' hands. You don't understand why you have the riches that you have. You don't understand why you have your inherited wealth. Okay? Your inherited wealth came by way of rape, rob, and murder of the true chosen people. And the only reason that we're chosen is because we are the bloodline that the Messiah came through. Okay? We are the descendants of the bloodline of where the Messiah came through, where he made utter change. He took away the Levitical priesthood and he destroyed man-made laws. Okay? And he set the captives free. All right, so we are free. We have free agency. The Israelites before he came did not have free agency. Okay, they were under strong bondage. They were forced to bring animals to the slaughter. If they did not participate in what the Levitical priesthood told them to do, they had laws against them. They could lose their life, okay? So the Messiah had to come to the earth in order to abolish that. He had to abolish the laws of men that placed the Israelites under bondage. That is why he said, I come for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, okay? Not so that you can feel like you're superior to other nations upon the face of the earth. We are here to help them, not freaking put them down and put them under our boot. We are not like them. We are not to do what they did. We are not who they are. We are the light upon the earth. We are here to be the salvation upon the earth. So you're doing exactly what the scripture declared, that you are mocking the Father among the heathen. Okay? You're saying blasphemies about the Father among the heathen. Because our Father is not about hate. Okay? Hate has been misconstrued. The true people that have hate are those that have done all of this, and they have deceived the whole freaking world. Okay? They are ruled by hate. Okay? This is why it is dangerous to listen to these Europeans calling themselves preaching prophecy. They literally have no understanding. They will be shown to be liars and deceivers. Their so-called prophecies are not coming to pass. None of you Europeans is going to be raptured off to heaven. How can you possibly think you get to rape, rob, murder, kill, steal, destroy the descendants of the Messiah, and now you get your reward of living happily ever after with him in heaven for eternity? You have been deceived. You lived your heaven already upon this earth in your blessing for a times, and half a time, and now your time is up. Wake the hell up, people. Stop listening to these false prophets. You want to listen to those that have humbled themselves to the Spirit of truth. You want to listen to those that have humbled themselves to the Holy Spirit and have been baptized by fire. Okay? They are about to be destroyed. The wicked is about to be wiped out, okay? The wicked is about to go through great destruction, okay? They're not going to be saved. All you pastors out there preaching the rapture doctrine, you are not about to be saved. You set your establishment up in order to get the gain of this world, and you care not for the people in your congregation. You are not giving to them what they need in order to be saved. You are keeping them in a selfish, diminished state of mind. You are about to be destroyed. There is absolutely no salvation for the wicked that have chosen to trample us for hundreds of years. Why? Because they will continue to harden their hearts. They will continue keeping their nose turned down at us. They have manipulated the entire world to do the same to us. And very soon, the whole world is about to see their destruction. And you're going to wonder why. You're going to grasp and you're going to moan. You're going to be well because you're not going to be able to get your gain anymore. It's going to be dried up. The rivers is going to be dried up. So the merchants is not going to be able to bring you what you desire with all of your money. The economy is going up in smoke. Okay? Because it was all of Lucifer, and it was all a smokescreen anyway. This earth had been given to us to live freely and happily. But no, you wicked people had to put all of creation, all of humanity under captivity. And now your time is up. You cannot continue to lie to the world forever. You can't hide the truth forever, okay? And the things that I'm saying is not freaking hate speech, okay? It's the absolute truth. And your time is up for suppressing this truth. No one is calling anyone out of their name. No, except for you. When you have done it to us, when you label us black and African American, you are calling us out of our name. We're not African. We are American. It is on my documents that my dad sent me. Okay? My dad sent me documents of our forefathers, okay? Our recent forefathers, like my great-great-great-grandmother, my great-great-great-great-grandfather, you know, my great-great-grandmother. So I have documents showing that our ethnicity is American, okay? We are not African. We are not from Africa, though they did place some of our people in Africa, and some of the lands over there in Africa are our lands, okay? We have been bruh, I'm not even trying to stay on here, okay? I'm really not trying to stay on here. I really want to get the heck off of here, alright? I wanted to do one more thing to connect this what my brother was bringing out. My brother Javon, Truthseeker, okay? Now, I have a lot of conversations with him, as well as my other brother, Yakova, okay, Yisrael, not Yakoba, because Yakoba is a female, and on the outward she appears to be a Gentile, but she's actually a star seed, bruh. Like, she's been going through the same freaking trials and tribulations as, you know, the so-called Negro. Okay, so the Father has his people in all nations of the earth right now. There are some pale-skinned people that are Israel, bruh. Like, I had to come to that realization. The Father had been working on my heart about that, bruh, because I had some dogmatic beliefs, you know, like that there can't be no European Israelites, but really in these days there can be. There can be Gentile Israel, or not Gentile Israelites, but European Israelites, pale skin Israelites, bruh, because it's not about bloodline, and it's not about skin tone, it's not about nationality and race and all of that in these days, okay? In these days, because we're at the end, and the true bloodline, the actual physical seed, the Negroes, because we did not accept the Messiah and they had the Messiah murdered, it was extended to the Gentiles to come under the fold, okay? So they were able to be grafted in. Alright, then they came into the fold and they became one with us, okay? They are of the Father, alright? And I know that a lot of people don't want to go down the route of so-called reincarnation, but these things happen, okay? There's a cycle and we come back. We do come back. We yes, time and time again until we learn our lesson, okay? The Father is all good, and that's a whole nother route. I just wanted to plug it in there a little bit, but I'm not going to go in depth on it on this video, on this right here, because I'm trying to get off of here. He says, serious moment. This is what you get when the world believes the wrong people are Israelites. You get false prophecies and lies. Nobody is getting raptured into the sky, people. This third temple they want to build is a counterfeit, because the people are counterfeit. This is why you cannot listen to a Gentile pastor, one that is not a learned Israelite, okay? Now, like I said, there's some Europeans that can be learned by the Israelites or as an Israelite, okay? Because Yakoba, she is learned. Like, ain't nobody teaching her. The Spirit been teaching her ever since she's been a child, okay? And she's pale skinned. She's pale skinned, and yet she has a lot of wisdom and knowledge, the oracles of the Father, and can break it down in elementary terms for like a child can understand, okay? So can't nobody tell me that pale skinned people cannot be Israel. I know that they can, because I've seen it, okay? And like I said, this is just confirmation that true Israel you can't tell by way of skin tone who is the elect of the Father on the earth these days. The Messiah said that Israel is those who do the will of my Father, those who keep his commandments. You know, they that do good, love justice and mercy, and do good upon the earth. That's true Israel upon the earth, okay? And there's very few compared to the masses that have chosen to freaking downtrodden his people and turn against their own people, okay? So let me go ahead and continue. Teach the Bible. Hold on, I started in the middle. You get false prophecies and lies. You get false prophecies and lies. Nobody is getting raptured into the sky, people. This third temple they want to build is a counterfeit. Because guess what? The temple is us, people. Okay? The temple that got rebuilt is Israel rising from the valley of the dry bones. Okay? We are the temple for the power of the Most High to dwell with. Okay? It's not about a building made with human hands. It's not that. That's a counterfeit, okay? The temple, the third temple that they want to build is a counterfeit because the people are a counterfeit. Them people over there are a counterfeit, okay? This is why you cannot listen to a Gentile pastor, okay? When you listening to these pastors in these churches, they had to go study under the Orthodox, okay? Let me just say Orthodox. They had to go study under the Orthodox, okay? They had to go study under rabbis, okay? And the rabbis that they study under are of the bloodline of Japheth, okay? They're the bloodline of Japheth, all right? And Japheth have spawned the Gentile nations, okay? So that means that they're a Gentile and they have inherited lies. All of your pastors have inherited lies, okay? You went to another mortal man in order to study under another mortal man, okay? You didn't get the oracles of the Father. You went to a man-made school studying under men, okay? Literally, all right? And you get your degree in order to be a pastor because you went to seminary school and theology school, okay? Theology school. But it's theology school and it's cemetery school because you're dead in spirit. You don't have the true oracles of the Father. You're regurgitating lies that you've been taught by the worst of the heathen. And you have partaken with the worst of the heathen. You have joined yourself to the satanic beast system in order to get the gain of this world. And you are deceiving millions of people, leading them to utter destruction. Okay? And there's going to be great judgment coming on your head for that. They don't understand the book, okay? They don't understand our book, our records, okay? Their authority is the wicked Catholic Church. That is the abominable church, all right? Bruh, they think... Bruh, just think about it. How, bro? How would the Father be a righteous judge if they're allowed to do all of these atrocities for hundreds of years? Just build it up, right? They got to build it up, bruh. They literally got to build up their atrocities. See, judgment begins at the house of the Most High. That's why his people in captivity. Okay? That's why his people been downtrodden for hundreds of years. Because judgment begins at the house of the Most High. Okay? So those that have the riches of this world and have all their degrees and their doctorates and they're in some prominent position, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Make the freaking connection. 1 and 1 equals 2, bruh. You know, it's not hard. It's really not hard, okay? It ain't hard to see at all, okay? How? How are they really going to shed blood? All the blood that they shed across the earth throughout the last 700 years, and mercilessly destroying God's chosen people, destroying his true jewels upon the earth. You know, the ones that actually loved the Messiah, the ones, you know, bruh, the ones that actually would not recant his name, the ones that made the covenant in the beginning, that we would be a light upon the earth. You know, all of this time you've been downtrodden us. You've been destroying us, okay? In the name of the Catholic Church, Okay? All you Christians going to church on Sunday, that came from the Roman Catholic Church. What do you not understand? You are following laws and rules of men. And I'm here to bring fullness to the true gospel of Yahushua HaMashiach, who the world calls Jesus, whom you say that you love. But yet you reject his true word by way of the Spirit. These foreigners are promoted as God's people instead. And in the end, all of a sudden, these people that's done all of this wickedness is going to get raptured off into the sunset, happily ever after in eternity, scot-free, after all of the abominable evil things that they've done. Bruh, miss me with that, okay? But you want to call me crazy. And then you want to say that I'm coming in hate when all of this shit has been done to me and my people for hundreds of years, and none have said to restore us, okay? We ain't been restored, but we've been done the worst out of all nations. And I'm not here to hate you. I'm here to give you this word. You got great judgment coming upon you. There's great judgment looming right over your head. It's already begun. See, they purposefully ignore Revelations 2:9 and Revelations 3:9. And I want to go see what Revelations 12:9 say. I'm kind of curious. I don't know that one by heart. I know what Revelations 2:9 and Revelations 3:9 say. That tells us about synagogue Satan. But what about Revelations 12:9? Let's see what it's saying. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. See? They purposefully ignore this. You know, all you Christians, you're ignoring this. You're ignoring this. You know this is in your Revelations, and you trying to preach from Revelations, you so-called prophetic prophets, you so-called freaking prophetic pastors, or whatever the hell you call yourself, prophecy channel people. You know, you call yourself, you know, giving prophecy, but you skip right over Revelations 2:9 and Revelations 3:9. No, you talk them people up, and you say, give unto the synagogue of Satan. You call them Israel, knowing damn well they ain't true Israel, knowing damn well y'all all have a covenant and a treaty to hide who true Israel is. Well, the gig is up. The time is up. Your time is up, okay? And this word from the Messiah of what's going to take place in the last days exposes them as well. Okay? Now this I already read. Okay? Luke 21:24. And they, the real Israelites, okay, shall fall by the edge of the sword. We fell. Okay? We've been in captivity this whole time, people. We have been led away into captivity, into all nations, okay? Jerusalem has been trodden down, all right? Jerusalem has been trodden down of the Gentiles. The true Jerusalem the true Holy Land is here in America. Now, I know that I'm probably going to lose a lot of you, because a lot of you are emotionally tied to that land over there in that created state of Israel, because you've been indoctrinated to believe that that's the Holy Land. But that's the most wicked land upon the face of the earth, okay? The land of abundance is America. Okay, and this was our land before he allowed these Gentiles, these worst of the heathen, these criminals, these peasants, these worst of their own people to be shipped over here to the Americas, and they raped and plundered and done exactly what Scripture declared they would do to us. Okay, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. This has happened. Okay. Y'all done did this, okay? Y'all done did this. And so that's why I read from Romans that if the fall of them be the riches of the world and the diminishing of them, the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness, okay? The Father is going to make bare his holy arm. The Most High Power, this is Isaiah 52:10. The Most High Power has made bare his holy arm in the eyes of all the nations, and all the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of our power. We don't have nobody to deliver us but our power, okay? We don't have a military. True Israel ain't no might in our hands, okay? We have been given into subjection. There ain't no might in thy hand, okay? This is one of the curses of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. There was no might in our hand, as babies were ripped from their mothers and given unto another people to be raised Christian, Catholic, these denominations that they had, okay? All of these different, they would be raised with these ideologies from the worst of the heathen. Okay, they would be indoctrinated to worship a white God. Okay, and they pass these things down to their children, and their children pass it down to their children, and their children to their children, to their children, to their children, till we have reached a generation at the end to where it's like, wait a minute, everything that we have been taught is a lie. I am the one, Generation X in my family, that has stopped. And I'm like, whoa, hold up a minute. I am the generational curse breaker, okay? Because I came back to my Father when he gave me the ears to hear, the heart to receive, and the eyes to see, as he declared in Baruch. Okay, I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before Yahusha. Okay? Bruh, let me read that again. Starting at verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. Okay? We were hard-headed. Okay? This is why we went into captivity. We refused to keep the laws of love and life. Okay? We spread death and destruction. Therefore, death and destruction was allowed to come upon us. Okay? Our people were most wicked. Okay? They were killing the Father's innocent creation. He never asked for the slaughter of his innocent creation. He gave them the breath of life. He told them to be fruitful and multiply. He never once desired for you to slit their throat and burn them on an altar so that you could eat their dead flesh. It was wicked, but the Israelites would not hearken to the voice of the prophets. Every time the Father would raise up a prophet to send them to these stiff-necked Israelites, the Levitical priesthood would kill them. Okay? All the way up to the Messiah. And they killed the Messiah as well. Okay? The real Messiah from the bloodline of Judah. Jacob spawned 12 tribes, and the tribe of Judah is the tribe that the Messiah came from. That does not mean that he is a Jew, okay? He is not Ish, okay? He is an Israelite, okay? The true Messiah is an Israelite, okay? Of the tribe of Judah. He is our complexion, okay? Copper colored with woolly hair. You don't want to believe it. No, you don't. You want to stay picturing the blonde hair, blue-eyed depiction of Jesus that you've been indoctrinated to believe in all of your life. Okay? But the people that put that image out there and indoctrinated the world with it were most wicked. They spread that by way of the sword. They spread the so-called Holy Bible by way of the sword. So their so-called infallible word is not infallible at all, because they are the ones that compiled it. They are the ones that were given the earth. The wicked have inherited the earth, okay? The wicked have inherited the earth. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked for a time, and half a time, okay? Because we were stiff-necked, because we would not hear him by way of the prophets, nor by the Messiah. We chose to reject the Messiah, and Judah was most wicked because they gave the Messiah over to the worst of the heathen to have them murder him. Okay? And they wanted front row seats in order to watch it happen. Okay? So that they could not deny that it happened. This is why. And then on top of that, they said, may his blood be upon us and upon all of our children. Okay? So they put a double and triple curse on us. Okay? This is why life has been hell for the so-called Negro upon the face of the earth. Okay? This is why it seemed like I was in captivity my whole damn life. The Father answered all of these questions that I had within me that nobody could answer for me. None of these pastors could answer any of these questions for me. No, all they could do was regurgitate what they learned in their freaking seminaries and theology schools. No, they couldn't give me fullness of the questions that I had, because they had no understanding them damn selves. But now the Father then raised up his people to give you the fullness. So you so-called black Americans and our people scattered all over the earth through historical persecution and enslavement are the real Israelites. We're the real Israelites. You're in captivity right now. Okay? We fell by the way of the sword when we fought against the Europeans here in America and back in Europe. I can show some pictures of this. Okay? And those of us who weren't killed in war or refused to cooperate by converting and assimilating was taken into slavery into all nations. We were separated from our people. They cut us off from being a nation. Psalms 83. Keep not thy silence, O power, and hold not thy peace. Be not still, O power, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They are the ones that truly hate. They try to suppress us because they don't want to be known to the world as the ones that have lied, okay? They don't want you listening to me because they don't want you free of their captivity, because now the whole world is in captivity. It's not just Israel that's in captivity. The whole damn world is in captivity. And I'm here to free you. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Okay? So yes, there is conspiracies, people. You always want to throw out that term conspiracy theorists. There are conspiracies, okay? We live in a conspiracy. Everything that these wicked people have, they stole from the indigenous original people, which are the Israelites of this land. Okay? They get all of our resources and they're selling it back to us. Okay? This ain't no game, people. And while this was happening to the real Israelites, the Gentiles saw their opportunity in our downfall. That's what I read to you in Romans. When I read to you in Romans chapter 11, if the fall of them, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more our fullness, huh? What you gonna say now? Because there ain't nothing that you can say against this truth that I'm bringing to you. You can't refute it, no matter how hard you try. He shall give us a mouth where none of our adversaries will be able to gainsay. He's going to give us wisdom and a mouth where none of our adversaries are able to gainsay. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. You know the words that I speak is truth. You know it deep down within you. There are signs and wonders all over us as a people. Upon thy seed forever. Deuteronomy 28:46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder forever. Moreover, let's go up a verse so you understand the context. Okay? Oh, let's go up just a tad bit more. Okay? Right here, the stranger, 43, the stranger, the foreigner that came over here to our lands, okay? 43, Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all of these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he command thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Okay? So the Gentiles saw their opportunity in our downfall to claim our position as the children of Israel. They stole our birthright, and they've been claiming to be us ever since, reaping financial benefits. You gotta wake up. You gotta understand that you've been funding the synagogue of Satan while you've been downtrodden the true people of the book. Those that bless him, I will bless thee. Hold on. I will bless those that bless thee. Genesis 12:3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curses thee. And in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Okay? I will make thee a great nation. Going up. Hold up. Hold on, let me start in verse 2. I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curses thee. And in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Okay? You're not blessing the right ones, people. You're blessing the counterfeit. You're funding the synagogue of Satan. Okay, while you curse and you spit on the true Israelites of the scripture. Let me finish this up right quick. All right. They that are over there in that area, claiming that their land is Israel, are Gentiles. Those are not Israelites. That alone is a sign that we're at the door. The only reason Gentiles can get away with claiming to be Israel is because it's Gentiles that are ruling the world right now. But now their time is up. How do we know their time is up? Because we are here being raised up to give you this truth by way of the Spirit. Shalom.